Gary Westfall walking into the cage, or walking into the arena this evening. The nickname is the Sharknado, Kevin. But first, we have another fight coming up, and that is Johnny Rhodes taking on Sharky Slyter.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is brought to you by Brome Estates 2. Luxury and apartment living, looking for a place to live? Call Brome Estates 2 today. Let's bring out Johnny Rhodes.
We have a bunch of fights still to come, ladies and gentlemen. But first, we have Johnny Rhodes making his way to the cage. And Johnny Rhodes has turned himself around, riding a 3-fight win streak into the cage tonight. Rhodes has literally changed everything about his mindset coming into the fight business. He has always been the nice guy and felt that he was being used as a stepping stone. Rhodes says that that won't happen anymore, and that has shown in his last few fights. Look for Rhodes to break his opponent's will, and he is going to keep that win streak alive tonight. He told me, I have seen the guys that I have lost to immediately then walk into the Bellator cage. I am not going to let this happen again.
Rhodes definitely has the experience in this fight. He has more professional fights than his opponent has professional and amateur fights combined.
Rhodes, again, riding that 3-fight win streak, told me he is one of those type of guys who is always in the gym. He feels that he does this for a career. He wants to make this happen. He had to get mean, Kevin. He said, I couldn't be the nice guy anymore.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Sharky Slyter.
This one will be very, very interesting. A very classic striker versus grappler match as Sharky Slyter begins to make his way to the cage this evening. Sharky Slyter comes to us by way of American Top Team HD. Slyter is a wrestler at heart who has trained at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. Sharky has never tasted defeat inside the cage, sporting a professional record of 1-0 as well as 6-0 as an amateur fighter. As we go to our tail of the tape, Johnny Rhodes, 27 years old, 5'8", 145 pounds, out of Kansas City, Missouri. Sharky Slyter, 24 years old, 5'8", 145.6 pounds, out of Kansas City, Kansas. Sharky Slyter has a very big pedigree coming into this fight.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Johnny Rhodes can stop the takedowns of Sharky Slyter.
From someone who has trained at the Olympic Training Center, that is the absolute pinnacle of American wrestling. He trained with the 2008 Olympic team. His goal is simply to be a world champ, and that comes from that Olympic training mentality. Slyter told me that he likes to push this pace, and even though he is a wrestler, he feels that he can take this fight anywhere. He feels that he is better in all aspects of this game than his opponent, Johnny Ray Rhodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs in at 145.5 pounds. He's a homeboy from right here in Kansas City, Missouri, Johnny Rhodes. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs in at 145.6 pounds. He's fighting out of Kansas City, Kansas, Sharky Slyter.
Definitely no love lost between these two. Quick touch of the gloves, and here we go. Oh! Slyter immediately catches him. Rhodes throwing, though, a guillotine choke. Nice pull out by Slyter.
Big overhand right from Slyter starts off the fight with a bang.
Slyter doing very well here, controlling the posture and position of Johnnie Rhodes, who's throwing out an armbar attempt.
Defended well by Slyter. Nice pass right in the side control immediately.
Look at the movement coming out of Sharky Slyter.
It's like Rhodes is about to get back to his feet.
Rhodes doing a good job here, though. Probably has his wits back about him now since Slyter has been pressuring him against the cage.
Yeah, he looks to be pretty clear-headed from that flash knockdown earlier in the fight. Slyter is putting a lot of pressure on Rhodes. Rhodes cannot get up at the moment.
This has to be rough for Rhodes as he is trying to control. Oh, big slam coming from Sharky Slyter.
Rhodes looking right back for that guillotine again, though. Trying to use it to get up.
Rhodes is doing very well here, playing the veteran card with his positions.
Trying to slide that right hand in.
Slyter doing well to hold Johnnie to the corner, making him carry all of his weight, which has got to be part.
Yes, this is tiring for both fighters. You know, Slyter is really putting the pressure on Rhodes, but he's also picking up Rhodes a lot. Slamming him down is tiring for Slyter also.
Again, another big takedown here for Sharky Slyter as we are halfway through round one. So far, Sharky Slyter's wrestling prowess is no joke.
Yeah, definitely dominating the wrestling. But Rhodes is very calm and collected down there. He's got a lot of experience in there.
Rhodes definitely the veteran of this fight. "14 fights to his credit. Rhodes is doing a good job at maintaining down at the bottom, looking to roll for an armbar.
Again. Slyter's out of that. Rhodes needs to give it up before he loses position.
Slyter again trying to defend that armbar here as Rhodes tries to sink it back in.
At the moment, Rhodes is using the armbar to try and sweep.
Interesting position here coming from Rhodes.
Yeah, now he's going to get past. Good job by Slyter.
Oh, big elbows coming.
Rhodes about to give his back up now.
I think that initial elbow hurt.
That is not under the chin. Rhodes should be able to defend this fine.
1 minute remaining here in round one.
Slyter needs to give up on the rear naked choke and try and take the mounted position. Rhodes is out of this position. Oh, now Slyter might have it under the chin.
30 seconds remaining here in round one. Can Johnnie Ray Rhodes survive?
Very difficult to finish a rear naked choke with only one arm. Rhodes defended perfectly by prying the rear arm of Slyter off.
He is definitely showing that veteran mentality here. 10 seconds remaining here in round one. Big hands coming from Slyter to end the round. Very nice way to start the fight for Sharky Slyter.
Yeah, definitely 10-9 round for Sharky Slyter. But I definitely think Slyter worked a lot harder in that round than Johnnie Rhodes did. With all the takedowns, trying to squeeze in for that rear naked choke. I'd like to see, I'm very interested to see if he's going to be a little bit tired coming out in the second round.
As we go to our instant replay here, initial shot, big right hand coming, knocks Rhodes down. Slyter comes in, pushes him straight to the cage with a big slam takedown.
Very nice work, very nice overhand from Slyter to start off the fight. Rhodes recovered very well though, like the veteran he is.
As we are about to get round 2 underway, we still have more action to come, including our co-main event of the evening, which will feature Gary Westfall taking on Marcus Jackson. More to come. Round 2 about to get underway. Here we go. Opens up with a big head kick from Slyter. Rhodes answers right back.
Rhodes definitely wants to keep his distance, not give Slyter any opportunities for a takedown.
Slyter looking to take the back of Rhodes. Trying to drag him to the ground, make himself heavy.
One of the problems with those high-risk, high-reward maneuvers, like a spinning heel kick, is that you could give your back up.
Very nice reversal here, though, coming from Rhodes.
Nice short elbow from Johnny Rhodes.
This is the first time that we are seeing Sharky Slyter in any kind of danger in this fight. It will be interesting to see how he reacts.
Exactly, he's very early in his career. We don't know if he's ever been in this position before.
Rhodes doing a good job here, landing some shots to the body. Still maintaining that half guard position, which generally is better for the ground and pound.
Absolutely, and Rhodes doing a great job keeping his right arm in the underhook position, keeping Slyter flat on his back.
Very nice elbow coming from Johnny Rhodes. Rhodes could very easily pass now into side control if he wanted to. He's going to actually could slip over into mount from this position.
Yeah, he can step right over the knees in the mount, which he does. Rhodes needs a little bit more space to create power. So you need to be careful that Slyter doesn't just try and push him or muscle him over.
Rhodes is being very tough in this position.
Now in the
rolling.
triangle. Doesn't have an arm in though.
Taking some huge elbows to the head.
Slyter should be able to pop his head out and pass, exactly as he does.
Lands an elbow of his own.
Rhodes stepping over for an armbar.
Halfway through round 2. Lots of great action here from the Ameristar Casino in Kansas City, Missouri for Shamrock FC Retaliation. Jeremy Johnson along with my partner Kevin Engel. This has been a great back and forth round so far.
Great back and forth round. Rhodes, nice looking for the armbar again from Rhodes. Good pressure from Slyter to defend the armbar.
Oh, big elbow from Slyter. This is definitely a different Johnny Rhodes than what we've seen in the past. Even though he's on the bottom in half guard, he has dictated quite a bit of this round.
Yeah, absolutely. He's held the top position for most of the round, landing the more damaging strikes.
Looking for a potential Kimura on that side.
He can also use this to sweep. If he can't get the submission out, he can use this to sweep.
Big deep breath there coming from Johnny Rhodes as we are down to 1 minute here in round 2.
Rhodes needs to use his right arm underhook to try and get up from this position.
Slyter doing a good job now of controlling Rhodes as we are under 1 minute here in round 2, taking the back of Rhodes.
From this position, Rhodes could stand up and turn into Slyter. Slyter does not have any hooks in.
30 seconds here in round 2. Big punches here coming from Slyter. He is riding the back of Johnnie Rhodes, who takes another deep breath.
Excellent round.
What
for both
a
fighters.
round. Kevin, how do you call that one?
That was a very close round. Johnnie Rhodes dominated the beginning of the round. Slyter dominated the end of the round. I mean, really it could go either way. I think Johnnie Rhodes caused a little more damage in the beginning of the round, so I'm going to give the round to him. I certainly could see any judge giving it to Slyter.
As we go here to our instant replay, Rhodes tries for that spinning back kick. As you said, a very high-risk move, giving his back to Sharky Slyter, who then in turn slips the foot behind and takes the leg trip backwards.
Yeah, Rhodes does a great job as soon as he gets taken down of reversing position, though, and he stayed on top for the first half of the round.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank RW Cotton Steel for their support tonight, as well as TGS Technology Group Solutions LLC.
Wow, this is definitely a toss-up here as we go into round 3. High five, show of respect from both fighters. Even though there was a lot of talk back and forth, both fighters are leaving everything they got. Nice takedown there from Sharky Slyter.
Very nice takedown.
Sharky working that pressure against the cage here against Johnnie Rhodes.
Yes, this has been a position that Slyter has controlled this entire fight. Rhodes landing nice short elbows, though.
Again, looks like Rhodes working for either a Kimura on that side, but he gives that up nice and lands an elbow.
Yeah, Rhodes is really landing some solid elbows from this position.
And those elbows have to hurt. Rings the bell every time.
Every time, right on the ear. It's very painful.
Slyter pushing in control as Rhodes tries to stand up. Slyter is holding on to that leg for dear life. Unfortunately, now gives up the possibility of a reverse triangle.
Absolutely. Rhodes just pounding the body of Slyter.
Oh, big elbows to the body.
Rhodes can even look for a Kimura here on the right arm of Slyter.
This is definitely the aggression that Johnnie Rhodes talked about in the beginning. Johnnie is doing a great job here of landing those shots. Slyter needs to let go of that leg and do something.
Yeah, Slyter's going to have to get Johnny's butt off the fence, his back off the fence, and put him flat on his back. Rhodes looking to take the back of Slyter now, kind of an awkward position. Looks like he's looking for a...
Almost mission control type of.
Yeah, almost mission control, almost a Goko Plata looked like he was looking for.
Not one of those submissions you see a whole lot of in MMA.
Definitely not often. Looking for another armbar is Johnnie Rhodes. Defended well by Slyter.
Right at 2 minutes remaining here in round 3.
Not enough action out of Sharky Styler, and referee Mike England stands it up.
Sharky looks tired coming in here with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in round 3.
This round and this fight is up for grabs.
Definitely, this is anyone's fight. Big takedown coming from Slyter.
Very nice job of Slyter to duck under the punches of Johnny Rhodes and get a very nice takedown. If he can hold this position for the rest of the fight, I think it'll win him the fight.
Slyter is maintaining that top position and completely out-wrestling Rhodes in this fight so far. Rhodes has done a great job, though, of defending, looking for the submissions, but will it be enough if this fight goes the distance? We are down to 1 minute remaining here in round 3.
That was a pretty quick stand-up from Mike England. Definitely in the benefit of Johnny Rhodes. Nice sprawl from Rhodes. He needs to get the back leg back. Rhodes needs to get the hips back before he gets taken down. More big elbows and punches from Johnny Rhodes, but he's about to give up his back.
30 seconds remaining here in the third and final round of this fight. Styler doing a great job of controlling the back. 10 seconds remaining here in the third and final round. This fight is up for grabs. It's anyone's game.
Big back elbows from Rhodes to end the fight.
What a great fight. Lots of action in that fight.
Excellent fight, and it was as close as fights get. It really just depends on how you judge a fight. Do you judge a fight on control first, or do you judge a fight on damage first? I personally like to punch people and like to see people beaten up and bloodied, so I judge fights on damage. So in my opinion, I give Johnny Rhodes the last 2 rounds. I can certainly see the judges giving those rounds to Sharky.
As we watch here for our instant replay, a lot of wrestling, but a lot of elbows coming out of Johnny Ray Rhodes. This one will be very interesting to see how the judges score this fight.
Yeah, Sharky definitely controlled the positions better, but I think Johnny Rhodes did a lot more damage in the fight.
More action to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Woldkamp versus Chris Beal is on deck, but we are almost there. Judges are tabulating. This was an incredibly close fight, Kevin.
Incredibly close. I could very well see either fighter winning the fight, just depending on how you judge the fight. Sharky controlled the fight. I believe Rhodes did a little more damage with punches and elbows. From bad positions, no less.
Remember to always follow us on Twitter, Shamrock_FC. You can find all of the information about upcoming fights at shamrockfc.com. We are also on Facebook. You can find all of our social media presence out there on our website, shamrockfc.com. Johnny Rhodes looking to extend that win streak. Sharky wants to remain undefeated. Who will it be? So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Baer for our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards tonight, let's give both of these fighters a big round of applause. Going to the scorecards tonight, Judge Brett Miller scores the bout 29-28 Slyter. Judge Fernando Marquez scores the bout 29-28 Rhodes. And Judge Kevin Champion scores the bout 29-28. Your winner by split decision out of the blue corner tonight,
Johnnie Rhodes doing enough in the judges' eyes to take that win.
Absolutely. You know, he did enough in my eyes also. Johnnie Rhodes did more damage in this fight than Sharky Slyter.
Johnnie Rhodes taking the big win. Now riding a 4-fight win streak and handing Sharky Slyter his first loss in his MMA career, period. Great action in that fight, and we still have more to come right here at Shamrock Fighting Championships.